In this video, we are going to study how we can apply the trigonometric functions in real life. But before you dig into the video, I request you to kindly subscribe my video, and if you have any comments or if you want me to make some of the videos on some particular topics, then do write me, please. So let's begin the video. So here is an example that the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy is about 55.9 meters tall. So you know that if this is, you know that the Pisa Tower is actually like that. So here they are saying that the Pisa is about 55.9 meters tall. Okay, and is leaning, so it is only about 55 meters above the ground. So above the ground, if we see, so this is about, so this height, the vertical height is about 55 meters. You have to find out that at what angle is the tower leaning, which means you have to find out this angle. So we remember that there are three main kinds of the trigonometric functions, that is sine theta, cosine theta and the tangent theta. And if you memorize this word so kahtua, so here there is a hidden formula. O represents the opposite, H represents the hypotenuse and A represents the adjacent. S for sine, C for cosine and T for tangent. Now, first of all, try to label the diagram. So in the diagram, remember the side which is opposite to the angle will always be named as opposite. The largest side of the triangle or the opposite side of 90 degree will always be named as the hypotenuse, and the remaining side is said to be the adjacent or the nearby side. So here, according to the information, we have an information about the opposite, and we also have the information about the hypotenuse. So this relationship can be given by the sine theta formula. So we can say that the sine theta, it is equals to opposite over hypotenuse. Now our opposite is 55 and our hypotenuse is 55.9 meters. And here is our sine theta. Now we want to find the theta, so which means we have to take the inverse of the sine in both sides in order to remove this sine from here. So you can also write theta equals to sine inverse, because you want to bring the sine on other side. So you will write sine inverse 55 over 55.9. Now write down is in the calculator and make sure that your calculator is in the degree mode. So your answer will be 79.704 or 71 degree. I hope you understood. The only thing where the students make the mistake, that here on this side, the vertical side, they say that this is 55.9 and hypotenuse is 55. So in order to avoid that confusion, remember the largest side will always be the hypotenuse, and it is not possible that that the hypotenuse is lesser than the other two sides. So now let's try to understand another kind of the equation in which they are saying that the submarine that is 250 meters below the surface of the ocean begins to ascend at an angle of 22 degrees from the vertical. So first of all, try to understand and sketch the graph of the given situation. So they are talking about some surface of the ocean. So let's suppose this is the surface of the ocean, and there is a submarine that is 250 meters below the water. So let's suppose that the given distance which I am writing over here, this depth from the surface of the water of the submarine, it is 250 meters. So submarine starts starts working from here. Okay, starts traveling from here, and how far will the submarine travel before it breaks the surface of water? So before it reach to the surface of water, how far the distance will be traveled by that submarine, you have to find out. So this x you have to find out. And through the vertical, it makes an angle of 22 degree. This information is also given in the question. Now, first of all, as I told you that whenever once the diagram is made, you have to label the diagram. So remember that the side which is opposite to the angle is said to be the opposite side. The side which is opposite to the 90 degree will named as the hypotenuse, and the remaining side is said to be the adjacent side. Now, what is the next thing we have to do? We have to find out that which formula we are going to apply. Whether we are going to apply the sine formula, cosine formula, or tangent formula. So as I told you to memorize that Sohkahtua, in which the hidden formulas are written, where O represents the opposite, H represents the hypotenuse, and A represents the adjacent. So according to us, our situation, we have an information about the adjacent and we want to find out the information about the hypotenuse. So adjacent and hypotenuse relationship could be given by the cosine theta. So we will write here cosine theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Now replace adjacent by 250 meters and hypotenuse by x, and over here write cosine and theta is equals to 22 degree. Now cross multiply, and when we cross multiply we know that x we have to find out, so we can interchange the places of x and cosine 22. So x goes on the top and cosine 22 comes in at the bottom, and 250 stay as it is. Write in the calculator and make sure that your calculators are in degree mode. So after calculating we will get x equals to 269.63 meters, because we need to find out the distance, so this is given by the meters. I hope that you understood this thing. Let's move to another example. In this example, they are saying that a person is standing 100 feet from the bottom. Okay, so here is a person you can see from the figure, and he is standing 100 feet from the bottom of a cliff. Notices a tower on the top of the cliff. So the angle of elevation to the top of the cliff is 30 degrees. So when he is standing here, so from here till here, from the man's eye to the cliff of the tower, the angle is made which is equals to 30 degree. First of all, just understand this thing. So try to get this part, and I am just making this part and trying to do this part of the equation. So here there is 30 degree, and let's suppose here the distance of the ground is 100 feet. We have to, let's suppose the side which is given opposite to the angle is said to be x. So first of all, try to find out the x value. Now before we start, let's try to figure out that which formula you are going to apply. Okay, so let's label the diagram. Opposite to 30 degree is said to be the opposite side. Opposite to 90 degree is said to be the hypotenuse, and the remaining side is said to be adjacent. So here we have a relationship between the opposite and adjacent. So we know that if we know the formula or the name SOHCAHTOA, so from here we can say that the relationship between the opposite and the adjacent angles are given by the tangent theta. So tangent theta is equals to opposite over adjacent. Now we know the theta, that is equals to 30 degree. The opposite side is said to be x and adjacent is said to be 100 feet. Now we can cross multiply, and on cross multiplication we will get x times 1 is equals to x, and then 100 times tangent 30 degree. Now solve this one for the x. So write in the calculator please. And 100 tangent 30. Make sure that the calculators are in degree mode. So here we will get 57.73. So the distance between the man and the cliff, okay, so is 57.73. So let's hear that this is the angle which is given by x. Now read the second part of the question. Okay, they are saying that the angle of elevation to the top of the tower and the man is 58 degrees. So from here, so if I say that here is the man standing and this is the top of the tower. So from here till here, the angle which is made is said to be 58 degree. Now the distance from the top of the tower to the ground where the man's feet are, because the man's feet are on the ground. So the distance from here till here, let's say that this is given by the z. Why? Because the length of the tower, of the height of the tower, name it as y. Okay, so let's try to find out the z. How do we find out the z? Let's see here that opposite to 58 is said to be the opposite leg. Okay, so the hypotenuse, and this base is given as the 100 feet already. You can see from the figure. Okay, and this is your hypotenuse. So again, the relationship between the opposite and the adjacent legs are given by the tangent. So we will write tangent 58 equals to z over 100. Now cross multiply. So z times 1 is z equals to 100 tangent of 58 degree. Now try to find out that what is the value of the z. So it is 100 tangent of 58. It is equals to 160.03. That is, again, it has to be in the feet and here also feet. So the z is given to us, that is 160.03 feet. The x is given as determined as 57.73 feet. And what they are asking you, how tall is the tower? It means only you are concerned with the height of the tower, which we said that is equals to y. So if the z is 160 and x is around 58, so how to find the y? We know that x plus y equals to z. So in order to find y, we will just z minus x. It means that we will just subtract 57.3 from 160.03 minus 57.73, and this will give us the height of our tower. So let's do 160.03 minus 57.73. So you will get 102.3 feet. So 102.3 feet. This is the length of, or the height of the tower. So this is 102.3. So another example is apothem of regular polygon is measured of the line segment from the center of the polygon to the midpoint of one of its sides. So remember that if this is the side of a regular polygon that you can see in your case is a hexagon, and the distance from the center of the polygon to the middle of the side is said to be epithet. So this is said to be epithet. The first thing is, now they are saying a circle is inscribed by a regular hexagon. So the first thing is that you must know that the hexagon consists of 6 sides. Okay, so if before we start anything, let's find out the angle, each angle of this sides. Okay, so we have a formula that this has a 360 degree divided by the number of the sides gives us the angle of the triangles which can be made inside that hexagon. So that would gives you 60 degree. Why 60 degree? The reason is that the n will be replaced by the number of sides, that is 6. Okay, so here in the regular polygon you can say that each angle is 60 degree. So each angle here is 60 degree. Now next thing is they are saying that the value of the epithet is 4.8. Okay, find the radius of the circumscribed circle. So let's drop this angle over here. Okay, now we already have determined that if we take only this part of our regular polygon, so this angle is 60 degree, this angle is 60 degree, and this angle is also 60 degree. It means that they are equilateral triangle. Okay, so I don't want the whole triangle. I just want to show you that if this is the angle here, okay, here and here and here. Okay, so this side is said to be 4.8 centimeter. Okay, so now this angle is what? 60 degree. This angle is 60 degree. I want to talk about the right triangle. It means I just need one side of the right triangle. So if the whole angle is 60 degrees, so on cutting it into two parts, my angle is stay only 30 degree. So this angle will become 30 degree because I cut it into two parts. So 30, 60, and this is my 90 degree. So I know about some of the information about my spatial triangle, that is 30, 60, 90 degree. So let's try to make this 30, 60, 90 degree. So if this is my 30 degree, this is the 60 degree angle, and this is the 90 degree. So the information which I know from my previous knowledge is that the side which is opposite to 30 degree will equal to x or s, whatever you try. The side which is opposite to 90 degree, that is the biggest side, and name it as 2x. The side which is opposite to 60 degree, it will be x square root of 3. These are the information about this spatial triangle. Using this information, let's try to work on the triangle which is given to us. So the opposite to 90 degree is said to be 2x. Opposite to 30 degree is my x, and opposite to 60 degree is my x square root 3. So from here I can say that x square root of 3 equals to 4.8 centimeter. In order to find the x, I will divide both sides by square root 3. So I will get 4.8 over square root of 3. Now I need to find the radius of this angle. It means I need to find out the height, this and this distance. It means that I need to find from here till here distance, which is actually 2x. So 2x equals to 2 times 4.8 over square root 3, which is equals to 9.6. 9.6, yes, is over square root 3. Or in other words, I can say here, let's see, what do I get here? That is, let's try to make it 9.6 over square root of 3 if I write. So in decimal, my answer is R equals to 5.54 centimeter. Now they are asking you what is the length of a side of hexagon. Okay, so if this side is x, so the other side is also x. Okay, so this is x, this is x. It means the total side of the polygon is, one side of the total is 2x, and 2x means the same thing, right? That is 5.54. Okay, so one side is 5.54 centimeter. Now they are asking you what is the perimeter of hexagon. I know that the total side of the hexagons are 6. So in order to find out, so this is 5.54, this is 5.54, this side is 5.54, and all sides are 5.54, because I know that in a regular polygon all the sides are equal. So in other words, I can say 6 times 5.54. So 6 times 5.54, let's see here, 6 times 5.54 gives me what? It gives me, let's try one more time. So 6 times 5.54 gives me 33.24. So 33.24 centimeter is the perimeter of the given polygon. Okay, so a 30-foot ladder leaning against the side of a house makes makes an angle about 70.1 with the ground. Okay, so look at this. Here the diagram is already given to you, but remember that whenever they talk about any ladder, so hypotenuse will always be the length of the ladder. So this is the main thing which you must know, that hypotenuse, because always the ladder stands in the leaning position. So if this is the ladder, okay, so the hypotenuse mainly as the length of the ladder. Okay, so how far up the side of the house does the ladder reach? Which means that you have to find out, let's suppose, this y value. So you have to find out the distance from the top to the bottom of this in the part 1. And in the part B, they are asking you what is the horizontal distance between the bottom of the ladder and the house. So the distance between the bottom over here till here you have to find out. So let's suppose this distance is given by x value. So as I said, that memorize the name, that is so kahtwa, because this makes our life so easy. And we can find out that what we want to find out with which relationship. Now first of all, since the diagram is given to you, so label it. So this is the angle, the side which is opposite to angle, this is said to be the opposite side, that is O. The side which is opposite to the 90 degree is said to be the hypotenuse, and the remaining side is our adjacent side. So when I need to find out y, I will use my opposite and hypotenuse formula. Because hypotenuse is given to me, opposite side, that means the y I need to find out, angle is given to me. So I can say that sine theta, or in place sine theta, equals to opposite over hypotenuse. So sine, in place of theta, I can write here the given value, that is 70.1 degree, equals to opposite I don't know, that is y, and hypotenuse is given to me as 30 feet. Now cross multiply. So y times 1 gives me y equals to 30 times sine 70.1. Write down in the calculator and make sure that the calculators are in degree mode. I am keep repeating this thing so that you don't make the mistake. So the answer is 28.21 or 2 feet. Okay, now we have to find out the horizontal distance and we named it as x. So we know that if you want to find out this horizontal distance x, and we have been given already the hypotenuse, so adjacent and hypotenuse are given by the relationship of the cosine. So we can write here cosine theta equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. So theta is given to us as 70.1. Adjacent we don't know and hypotenuse is 30. Cross multiply and we will get as x equals to 30 times cosine 70.1. Write down in the calculator and we will get it as x equals to 10.21 or 10.2 feet. So this is how we determine our x and y values. So here is another easy example. Suppose you want to construct a ramp for a skateboard with a 19-degree incline and a height of 4 feet. Remember, the height always be given as a vertical by a vertical line. And if they are talking about some inclination, so of course the distance between that straight line and the ground, okay, will always be a straight, okay, horizontal line. And when we talk about the leaning against the ground, so of course this angle you will make it as 19 degree. Now they are saying that the height is 4 feet and 19 degrees incline. And now first of all they are asking us to draw a diagram to represent the situation. Although the diagram is given to us, but you can label or you can make a nice diagram in which you can label it. The side which is opposite to the theta is said to be opposite. The biggest side or the ramp side is said to be the hypotenuse, and the straight line, horizontal line, will be your adjacent. Now determine the length of the ramp. As I told you that whenever they talk about the ladder, they talk about the length. So always you have to find out the hypotenuse. So here if they are asking us to find the length of the ramp, it means they are asking us to find out the hypotenuse. Let's see, label it as x. Now we have opposite and we have hypotenuse and we have the angle. So we know by SOHCAHTOA that opposite and hypotenuse relationship would be given by the sine theta. So we can write our formula sine theta equals to opposite over hypotenuse. Our opposite is 4 and hypotenuse we have to find out, and the theta is 19 degree. Now cross multiply, since we need to find out the x, so interchange the places of x and sine 19. So x goes on the top and sine 19 comes at its place and 4 stay as it is. Write in the calculator, that is 4 divided by sine 19 degree. So you will get 12.286. So it is 12.286 or 29, and the units are feet. So that's all.